I met Jay-Z right after he dropped Reasonable Doubt.
Right.
Reasonable Doubt was out like a minute because I remember like, oh, what's this? Who's this? Oh, I like this song.
OMG, you won't believe the shocking twists and turns in this story. From secret rendezvous and controversial lyrics.
I don't understand why people keep talking about that. It was forever ago. They were both very young, and he had just had his first herpes outbreak from her giving him the herpes.
To courtroom drama and whispers of power imbalances in the music industry. Jay-Z's past just got a whole lot messier. And trust me, you'll want to stick around because the tea is piping hot. Let's just say, what starts as a love triangle turns into something way more complicated, and the truth might just change everything we thought we knew about hip-hop's biggest mogul. So let's rewind the clock to the mid-90s. Jay-Z was on the rise, dropping his now classic debut album, Reasonable Doubt. It was around this time that he crossed paths with Carmen Bryan. Carmen wasn't just anyone. She was Nas's ex-girlfriend, making their eventual affair a scandal waiting to happen. For 5 whole years, Carmen and Jay-Z carried on a secret relationship. They'd meet in hidden spots, exchange coded messages, and avoid prying eyes.
Then I met him through a friend at a party. And the next day, Nas and I got into like some big fight, and he pissed me off. And so I just thought, let me call Jay-Z.
Okay.
A high-stakes game of cat and mouse in the tight-knit hip-hop world. But hold up, it doesn't stop there. Carmen dropped a massive bombshell in her book, It's No Secret. She got pregnant with Jay-Z's baby. Yep.
At one point, you were pregnant by Jay?
Yes, I had a miscarriage. I believe I was definitely less than 3 months. It was the first trimester.
You heard that right. Imagine the chaos if that news had come out back then. Jay-Z's career was exploding, and the idea of a secret baby with his rival's ex would have sent the rap world into a tailspin. Carmen claims she experienced a forced miscarriage during this time, a haunting detail that's still shrouded in mystery. Was she pressured? Did something more sinister happen? The truth remains unclear, leaving fans speculating to this day. And if you thought that was wild, buckle up. Jay-Z's 2001 diss track.
Jay-Z is a very subliminal type, you know what I mean? He throws little, and once I realized what Jay was doing, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna allow him to be Little Nas.
Super Ugly added a whole new layer to the drama. In the song, he bragged about hooking up with Carmen in a car, and even claimed to have left his mark in her daughter's car seat. Let that sink in. This wasn't just a diss, it was a public airing of dirty laundry that left Carmen humiliated and exposed. Fast forward to today, and Jay-Z's past is once again under scrutiny. A recent federal lawsuit alleges that Jay-Z and Diddy assaulted a 13-year-old girl at an MTV after-party in 2000. These accusations have sent shockwaves through the music industry, with both men vehemently denying the claims.
There are more sex assault accusations connected to the case against Sean Diddy Combs. The latest involves hip-hop mogul Jay-Z, who issued a vehement denial.
That the victim can remain anonymous and that the case can proceed. So there seems to be a little bit more to this case.
Jay-Z in particular has called the accusations heinous and suggested the lawsuit is an attempt at blackmail. But here's the kicker. This lawsuit has reignited old rumors about Jay-Z's relationships with younger women.
Writing, these allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Also saying, my only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence.
Including Foxy Brown. Let's talk about Foxy for a sec. Back in 1996, she was just 15 years old when she collaborated with Jay-Z on Ain't No Nigga. Their professional relationship quickly became the subject of intense speculation. Nas's diss track, Ether, only fueled the fire, hinting that Jay-Z and Foxy's connection might have crossed some serious boundaries. Foxy's own statements over the years have been a mix of defense and cryptic comments.
So what I realized is most people are hypocritical. They stuck on words. That's why they ignore most people's actions like celebrities. That's why they ignore our actions for so long. When he was child, that's why they ignored Jay-Z's action. When Foxy Brown came out and said he was putting that harsh in the Source magazine. Remember that interview? You might be too young. Foxy Brown came out and said Jay-Z was she was 16.
leaving fans to wonder what really went down. Meanwhile, other voices from the industry, like Elisabeth Ovesen, have come forward to highlight the toxic power dynamics that often go unchecked in hip-hop. Ovesen, who has her own history with Jay-Z, described a pattern of learned and perpetuated behavior among powerful men in the industry. Her insights add a broader context to the individual allegations, painting a troubling picture of systemic issues. But wait, it gets even deeper. Foxy's cryptic Instagram posts following the recent allegations against Jay-Z and Diddy have only fueled speculation. Her posts hinted at shock and disbelief, with one simply saying, "Wow," alongside shocked face emojis. Was this her way of acknowledging the storm brewing in the industry? Fans are left guessing. And speaking of systemic issues, let's not forget Dame Dash's reaction when Nick Cannon brought up the rumors about Jay-Z and Foxy Brown. Dash, who co-founded Rockefeller Records with Jay-Z, visibly squirmed and deflected during the interview.
Why did it go left?
It didn't go left.
Okay, it didn't go left.
Why you think it went left?
Hold on.
What are you talking about? Rockefeller?
Rockefeller.
I'll go it.
The perception of why Rockefeller ended is different. You're aware of this.
It's because Jay did what he did. He didn't want to pay He made a move on his friends. It is what it is, bro. I don't want to talk about it.
No. All I'm saying is the perception of why Rockefeller ended is not that Dame Dash wanted to move on and do something different. That's not, I believe you, that's not the perception.
Who cares?
But you're aware of that.
Sometimes you got to Machiavelli yourself to be left alone.
Leading fans to speculate about what he might know but isn't willing to say. And remember Elisabeth Ovesen's explosive claims. She's doubling down on the industry's toxic culture, calling out the silence that lets harmful behaviors thrive. Her updated book aims to educate a new generation about supporting women in the industry and standing against exploitation. Meanwhile, the hip-hop community is grappling with how to address these controversies. Jay-Z, who's long been seen as a cultural icon, now finds his legacy under the microscope. While he's pushed back hard against the allegations, fans are revisiting his past relationships and lyrics with a new lens. What about Foxy's other comments over the years? She's gone back and forth, sometimes defending Jay-Z, sometimes hinting at deeper truths. In one interview, she said, "Jay and I come from nothing together," but added cryptically, "Y'all want me to be anti-Jay so bad." Her reluctance to fully deny or confirm anything has kept the rumors alive. Adding to this complex narrative is Jay-Z's role as a mentor to many young artists. Over the years, he's been praised for fostering talent and pushing boundaries in the music industry. However, this very role has also raised questions about power dynamics and the blurred lines between professional relationships and personal boundaries. Could these mentorships have contributed to some of the controversies we're seeing today? Another layer to this saga is the evolution of Jay-Z's public image. From a hustler turned rapper to a billionaire business mogul, his transformation has been celebrated as the epitome of success. But the resurfacing of these allegations forces fans to reconcile the inspirational figure with the troubling rumors from his past.
You know what? I'm not gonna allow him to belittle Nas anymore. Like, I'm the only person on the planet that could belittle this nigga. I'm not letting anybody else have that opportunity. And so I just,
Is it possible for both narratives to coexist? And let's not ignore the role of social media in reigniting these discussions. Platforms like Instagram and Twitter have become spaces for fans and critics alike to dissect every detail, from cryptic posts to resurfaced interviews. The accessibility of these platforms has also given a voice to those who might not have been heard otherwise, adding a new dimension to how these stories unfold. Additionally, it's worth examining how these controversies have affected Jay-Z's peers in the industry. As more stories come to light, it's clear that the ripple effects extend far beyond one individual. Collaborators, friends, and even competitors are finding themselves under scrutiny as fans and media dig deeper into the culture surrounding hip-hop's biggest names. The resurgence of these allegations also prompts a broader conversation about accountability. How do we as fans and consumers of music address the darker aspects of the industry while still appreciating the art? This question is at the heart of many debates, as people grapple with separating the music they love from the actions of the artists behind it. Jay-Z's ability to control the narrative around his legacy is also worth discussing. Despite the controversies, he has maintained a dominant presence in both music and business. Through his ventures like Roc Nation and Tidal, he has showcased his strategic brilliance. But could this control over his public image also be a reason why some allegations haven't gained traction? Interestingly, Some fans have pointed out the silence of other big names in the industry. As these allegations resurface, many of Jay-Z's collaborators have stayed quiet, leading to speculation about whether they are protecting him or distancing themselves from the drama. The lack of public statements from peers raises questions about loyalty and the culture of silence within the industry. This situation has also reignited debates about the effectiveness of movements like #MeToo in the music industry. While the movement brought a wave of accountability in Hollywood, its impact in the music world has been slower. The stories surrounding Jay-Z highlight the challenges of addressing power dynamics in an industry where loyalty often trumps transparency. Fans are also revisiting Jay-Z's lyrics with a new perspective. Some of his older tracks, once celebrated for their raw honesty, are now being scrutinized for what they reveal about his attitudes and relationships. This reevaluation of his music adds another layer to the ongoing discussion about art and accountability. Another aspect worth mentioning is the role of media in shaping public opinion. As more platforms cover these allegations, the narrative around Jay-Z continues to evolve. While some outlets are focusing on the controversies, others are highlighting his philanthropic efforts and business achievements, showcasing the duality of his public persona. So, where does all of this leave Jay-Z's legacy? For years, he's been a symbol of success, resilience, and artistic genius. But these allegations and resurfaced rumors force us to take a closer look at the man behind the music. Can we separate the art from the artist? And how much of the truth will ever really come to light? And here's a question for you. Do you think these new allegations and old rumors are connected? Could there be a larger story unfolding in the background, one that ties together all these loose threads? Let's discuss in the comments below. One thing's for sure, this story is far from over. As more voices come forward and new details emerge, the narrative around Jay-Z's past continues to evolve. So, what do you think? Is this a case of old rumors being rehashed, or is there more to the story than we've been told? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on this developing story. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next.